Hello, it's Dana from DanaMarie on YouTube, Dana Doodles 2 on Instagram. I'm probably going to change that. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is my next flip through for September in my Fibonacci. If you would like to see more, I would ask that you please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, so that'll help my algorithm so I show up a little bit more and grow my channel. So like and subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I put up another video. I always forget to put it out there that, hey, I did another video, so that will help if you are interested. All right, let's begin. So this is September. I didn't put a tab on here. I'll have to find them because I did try to put tabs. May, June, July, August. Anyway, this month's goals, that's from Lynns Life. And the September also, this is from a magazine, another meme from Facebook. These are some Tim Holtz, Choose to Shine. Focus on what's important. Don't mess with me and refuse to sink. I printed up myself on, my brain is befuddled today, on Pages. And here's some more Tim Holtz letters. And this was just my, positivity going into September, hoping that, don't mess with me. And this is a picture of April from Parks and Rec with her mean face, or resting turd face, whatever. And refuse to sink, choose to shine, focus on what's important, look on the bright side, good things are going to happen, do more than exist, just keep on rolling, carpe diem, dream. And this one says, boy, I can't wait to breathe in that crisp fall air. Instead of this humidity, it'll be nice to not feel like I'm breathing super. Because it was probably hot. I think, well, it was 83 the day before, but it had been in the 90s. All right, so September 1st. Must have rained. Yep, much needed rain, because I put this definition of pluviophile on here. Pluviophile is a lover of rain. Someone who finds joy and peace of mind during rainy days. That's definitely me. And here's just some weather doodles I printed up myself. These are from a magazine. I spent some time in my art studio and did a color challenge with Cassia Avery. She's Everything Art on YouTube. I was binge watching Sweet Magnolias. That was a cute show. I did some laundry. I think I purchased these. It was a slow day at work. This is it says painting therapy. It's a paper shire sticker. And that's off of some washi tape that I have that I just cut out. This is Lynns Life. Wednesday the 2nd, I shaved my legs. I do that more than, I don't put it in here all the time, just so you know. I'm not growing a jungle on my legs, but I just happen to have these stickers from the dollar store, so I put it in there. This lovely Polaroid is from Lynns Life. This is Paper Shire. This is Miss Moss. I bought some stickers a long time ago, and I kind of decided to stop making everything so precious and start using my stuff. So I just wrote in the letters, and I don't really like it, but whatever. And then just a meme from Facebook. Work was slow. I cleaned all 3 bathrooms. We had tons of tomatoes from the neighbors, so I oven roasted them, and then my husband used them to make pasta sauce. It was so good. I hate tomatoes. There's a fun fact about me. I love ketchup. I love salsa. I love red sauce. I don't ever eat just a tomato, but those fresh tomatoes made some really good sauce. I took my son to school for his picture day, and that is it. December 3rd. Nope. We're not even in December yet. Oh, Lord. September 3rd. Llama, need no drama. Did stuff, don't remember, another boring day. And this is a chill pill, because I feel like people need to take a chill pill. And then I put some washi, which I don't do enough of, but whatever. This is from a sticker kit I got at Michael's. I think it's Shine Sticker Studio, but don't quote me on it. All right, September 4th. This was my husband and my 21st anniversary. And on that day, my son, my oldest, and his dog came down to stay with us for a couple days because I don't know. He was bored. I don't question. It was my anniversary, but I didn't care. If my son wants to come see me, I want him to come see me. So he did. And I had already started the page, so I just tipped this in with the date of our anniversary. It was the 4th, the 21 for how many years. You and me. I don't remember what that sticker is. And this is just sticker books. We just click. I love us. I'll stand by you. This Miss Moss. My other half. Best friends. Make bad times good and good times unforgettable. All that pertained to me and my husband. But then my son came and his dog. My husband. My brain will not make words work today. My son has a Weimaraner, and he is a trip. Oh, and his girlfriend came too. That's right. He came another time, but this time he had his longtime girlfriend. They're practically married. They've been together forever. So we call him M4. Matthew, Michelle, Mowgli, his Weimaraner, and Murphy, her dog, which I had never met because she just got him. And those two dogs are so cute, but they're crazy. They play fight nonstop. It was kind of chaotic, but it was good to see them. Dogs are cute. We mostly hung out in the yard because we couldn't go anywhere or do anything. Not necessarily because of COVID back here in September, but because you couldn't leave the two dogs alone. Murphy's a puppy, and I don't want him tearing up my house. And Mowgli just freaks out. He has such bad anxiety, the poor dog. So because of the dogs, we didn't go anywhere. We just kind of sat around. I feel bad because it was kind of boring, but what can I do? September 5th, we got Designer Desserts, which is a cupcake shop here in town for our anniversary. The kids, that was after the kids left, I guess. They were still here. My parents came. We had sandwiches on the patio. It was a beautiful, cool day. They left right after lunch, and we took Tim's car out for a drive because our cars don't leave very often these days. We work from home, and when we do go, my car is the one, because I have the SUV. We take it. His car hardly ever gets driven. So we got these desserts for our anniversary. And I somehow slammed my hand in the door, and I can barely write. It says, I think I did real damage, and it had swollen up. And now if you can even see it, it's hard to see because my skin is so pink. I am a redhead. Well, kind of. More a gray head now. Brown head. There's some red in there still. There's a little bump right here. I slammed all these fingers in the door, and they swelled, and I had a gash here, and now I have a lump, and it hurts, and I can't bend it right. Whatever. On the 6th, we didn't do much. We watched church, went to Costco, went to Home Depot. I got this plant. My hand hurts, and it's hard to write. And this is if 2020 was a scented candle. Some sermon notes, and this would signify, oh, I know, it was when I got my new pillow. I was going to say I sat on the couch all day. Monday, I actually got a new pillow, not this one. I have this one already, but I got this big pillow, and it's really soft and fluffy, and it's like cream colored for my living room, and I love it. We bought new lights for the sunroom. That was a kerfuffle trying to get those things up properly inside our sunroom. We bought 5 minimums, haha. They were $1 each, and they were like that big. But they'll be bigger by next year, and I couldn't pass it up. I got a big soft fluffy pillow, and my hand still hurts. I printed this off of the Google. The 8th, Love Lynns Life. Let's see. We had to take my son. That's why I have a car here. We drove back to Illinois to take my son to the orthodontist. He's going to come back in 6 weeks from September, possibly, get his braces off, but we don't know for sure, and he didn't. Drove from there to Wheaton to see his friend. They hung out at the park, social distancing, and it was kind of drizzly, but they found a gazebo, and they sat at the park in the gazebo and talked while my husband and I drove around mindlessly trying to waste time. September 9th, we spent a lot of time working in my office, caught up on my journal, did some laundry. I had some watermelon. That's about it. It says, you don't have to be crazy to hang out with me. I'll train you. That is so true. Let's see, my hand is a problem. My handwriting is terrible, and having a smashed hand didn't help. And now, having that lump on my hand, it makes it even harder to write, because that's right where, if you're holding a pen, that's right there is where that hurts, and that's where the pen hits. Number 10, I printed this off of the Google. I have no words to describe what I did today. I did nothing exciting other than work. It says, lead me not into temptation. Oh, who am I kidding? Follow me, I know a shortcut. After dinner, I painted a little with watercolors on tissue and tracing paper. That was fun. That was from the Painted Paper Project from Ray Missigman and Sandy Keene. It was fun. I was doing it again just the other day. I'm not going to read all those to you and bore you. Oh, this was 9/11. This is Love Lynns Life. This is a sticky note from the dollar store, and they kind of don't rip all the way. They don't come off the pad. They rip in half, so I just stuck it like that. And this was today. It says, today was heavy with 9/11 memories and so many fires and reading about so many tragedies. I was feeling overwhelmed, and I was very busy at work. And this was the fires out west. Not a great day, so much stress. Angry people trigger me. My hands were shaking for a long time because a customer screamed at me because she messed up. She did something wrong. It was completely her fault, but she didn't care. That didn't stop her from screaming and ranting at me forever. And in fact, I finally just hung up on her. That's how terrible she was. And I told my boss, and we have an agreement that if a customer gets that nasty with me that I'm shaking, I don't have to deal with it, thankfully. So I hung up. I printed this. I doodled this. Let's see. I woke up early, did some reading. Another dark and gloomy day. It's actually raining. We did some running around to Home Depot, Michael's. I can't even enjoy craft shopping. I get so hot with a mask on. I leave my glasses in the car because they fog up. And so that's why I drew this. Because it was raining and I was out shopping with a mask. And of course, I don't mind wearing it. I understand why you need to. It's just not something that works well for me. I don't have to do it, so I don't do it often. I think that's why it's worse. And I think this was just a whole thing. I miss hanging out in coffee shops, shopping without suffocating behind a mask. I miss normal life, family reunions, and I put not really, get-togethers, cookouts. I need to focus on the positives. And then a bunch of memes. This is an anxiety page because I just felt like I needed to do it. Because I had had a few days over and over of feeling kind of down, and I'm not that person normally. So I just put a bunch of things in here. Positivity, tools to manage anxiety. Courage is not having the strength to go on. It's going on when you don't have the strength. This is some washi tape, and then I just went crazy with my Posca pens with dots. Lucky 13, I printed that on the Google. This was a fun day. We watched church. Must have been a Sunday. Yes. We watched church online, and then we had brunch. My husband made French toast with raspberry jalapeno jelly, which I talked about in my last video. Bacon and cheese into like a French toast sandwich. It was so good. So unhealthy. Then we went for a walk at Coffee Creek. And this is me and my son. We got actually in the creek, took our shoes off, got in the creek, and we thought it was only going to be up to our knees, but then we started walking and there was a bunch of rocks and we kind of went down a little bit. I think I put that picture in there upside down. That's funny. Oopsie. Anyway, I ended up being wet from mid-thigh down, and we went on with our day when I was even wet. Here's my French toast, a picture of my husband and my son upside down. I wonder if I can get that off. I can, thankfully. Glue sticks. There we go. And this is a praying mantis. Let's see. So it was nice to get some fresh air. Whoopsie. And so after we got wet, my son was wearing shorts, so it wasn't a big deal for him, but I was wearing capris, which are basically on my short person. Not capris, but more like regular length pants. And I had rolled them up, but it didn't do any good. So I was wet from mid-thigh all the way down to my ankles. And we went out for ice cream afterwards, and I didn't care. This was a card that someone had sent me. I just took the front off and doodled on it. Not doodled. Journaled on it. Monday the 14th, my mom came over and we went to Panera and we had a mom and daughter day, which we haven't done for a while. It was fun. We split a sandwich at Panera and went to Meijer. I got some pots for my plants. We went back to my house and then went for a walk. The skies were hazy that day from all the forest fires out west, and considering how far we are from that, I mean, I live near Chicago. It was crazy. My mom bought me 2 pink mums. It says I'll plant them out back soon. Whoopsie, I forgot. They're in my sunroom and I hope they'll winter over. I don't know. The 15th, hello Tuesday. We had Jimmy John's. I worked and did laundry. We potted a couple of plants, so I put plant stickers and this lady with the plants, which I thought was really cute. This is from the Jimmy John's bag. I have to bring my plants in from the sunroom because I have a nice sunroom and it's great for summer, but in the winter it's not insulated, so it's like 3 seasons because it's got screens and windows but no insulation. I painted some plant pots that I bought. The 16th, I was busy and productive. I had someone place an order online with a stolen credit card at work, so that took some time to deal with. We called the police and I hunted down all the information for the poor lady that got ripped off, and hopefully she gets her money back. We sanded my husband's media shelf, brought in plants again. This is another paint chip in a color that I was going to paint my office called Drizzle. I ended up using sea salt, but this is a fern that I got for free because someone had it outside. So I brought it home. I got it for free, put it in a pot, and then I actually realized it was, I mean, I have a pretty good sized house, but this thing was huge. So I actually ended up cutting it into 3 plants and giving one away and kept the other 2, and they seem to be doing well. And what is this? I don't know. We all have the power to change at least one thing a day. Please make it your underwear. I picked up a free fern. Yes, I said that already. Vacuum the main level. Fun times. The 17th was payday. Yay! It was a beautiful day. I spent the day working, repotting plants, and working on my husband's media cabinet. It's ready to stain. I picked up 2 free spider plants. A lot of times people, I'm in a plant swap group in my area, and a lot of times people have plants outdoors but they don't have room indoors, so I was picking up plants left and right. I ended up rehabbing these because they were outside and really half dead, and I kind of nursed them back to health, and then I ended up giving them away anyway, but that's okay. It can bless somebody else. I get blessed all the time. Where will I put them? That's a good question. That's why I went ahead and got rid of them. It was so nice to have the windows open. All right, Friday the 18th, I printed this. I actually had to go to work today. I never ever, I mean, I've worked there over 7 years and I've only gone to the office, which is a warehouse, once or twice. So that would be maybe 3 times. Anyway, I had to talk with the boss about the new business that he's opening. So we're not going to do just bounce house and carnival rides and all that stuff. He wanted to get another option going for the winter, so we're doing dumpster rentals. And the 19th, this is Love Lynns Life. I had a really bad pain day. We drove my son around to take pictures for his photography class, came home, put another coat on the turntable station, made red sauce with pasta and meatballs and Italian sausage. Here's a picture of the media center, and I just put a bunch of memes here. I got pulled over by a cop. He asked me if I had a police record. Apparently Roxanne was not the answer he wanted to hear. I love that. Oh, sometimes you just need a laugh. Sunday the 20th, JOMO. I found that I can't remember where I found that, but it's the joy of missing out, feeling content with staying in, or disconnecting as a form of self-care. My husband, this was a Sunday, he went back to Illinois where we used to live, and I wish I could have gone, but I made the best of the me time, and I was trying to be positive here. I wasn't really very joyful about missing out. I had so much back pain. I just could not go, and I was sad, a little bummed, but I tried to make the best of it. And he went to Wahlburger, which is a new restaurant by the Wahlbergs that was opening back in Illinois, but it didn't open before we moved, so it was open now. So they drove back to Illinois, my son and my husband, and went to Wahlbergs in this vinyl and vintage store in our tiny little town. So he picked up some records. So they went to the church there. I had to stay home. My spine is not happy. 12 hours of sitting is not going to work, because between the drive time there and the drive time back, the time at church and the time doing all the shopping, it would have been 12 hours. I just couldn't do it. So Micah hung out with a friend, and Tim went to the record store to buy more albums. They ate at the new Wahlbergs. He picked up apple cider donuts at the pumpkin farm that we used to go to. I had wanted to go to my favorite plant nursery and the Dollar Tree there, because our Dollar Tree here is terrible. Anyway, but I didn't get to go. So, the 27th. This I got from Holly with Journaling with Dolly, underlining. I don't know if she's necessarily underlining, but putting stripes of color on her page. I love color. The 27th, I didn't feel well. I had vertigo so bad. That has come and gone my whole life for years, and they have never figured it out. I've done the whole test where they flip you and flop you and turn you upside down. No, it didn't work. So I could barely function. I still cleaned the 3 sinks and toilets, did a little laundry, and worked. I printed some collage sheets from Lynns Life. I set up my camera thingy, which I am using right now. It's not the best, a little shaky, but it does the job, I suppose. And let's see, I did a test video, finished varnishing the turntable center. It's okay if all you did this week was make it through the week. How am I? And I don't know why I had my mask on there, the picture, I don't know. Tuesday the 22nd. Today I'm doing a film of a journal with me and a flip through of my last journal. No talking yet, coming soon. So yeah, now I talk all the time, and I babble on and on and on and on. Here's my setup. Oh, that's hilarious. There's like nothing, and it looks so nice, and now it looks like something exploded on it. And this was in the news. There was a man that was protesting something, and he was driving down the expressway. I don't know why, because he wanted to, I suppose. But that poor horse, he was on that expressway for quite some time, riding that horse, backing up traffic, causing problems, and that horse ended up being put down. Oh, and these are Lynns Life, the collage sheet, the number, and the Tuesday. The 23rd, we finished the media center and got it set up. And then that was the time with Brianna Taylor. There were no words. This is from yogurt, from the Noosa yogurt. This is a letter from Holly from Holly from Journal with Dolly, when she sent me some happy mail. And I kept that and put an Audrey Hepburn quote on it because I know she likes that. And so do I. No drama. The 24th, I think I've done a flip through of this. Oh, I'm going to be so mad. Maybe I did a journal with me, because these pages, talking about them, I'm like, I've talked about this before. So if I have, I'm sorry, and I'll not post this, but maybe it was a journal with me on these days. I think that's it. Anyway, I had used a mask, like a piece of paper, to put down, and did distress ink over that. This is the date. I just printed this. My husband used some leftover vinyl flooring tile to block the doggy door in our sunroom, because I came down at, I don't know, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and looked out the kitchen window, and there was a giant raccoon on our tree. And I didn't want him using the doggy door and getting in my sunroom. I swept and mopped the floors, cleaned the bathroom. This little flower is from Dolly. Holly, that's going to mess me up forever. Dolly, Holly with that, oh, forget it. Journal with Dolly. So sorry, my brain doesn't work. The 25th, this is Lynns Life. This is some washi tape from Holly. I'm just going to say Holly, and you can know that it's Journal with Dolly. This was from a magazine. This is from a sticker book she gave me. It was a beautiful day. I had a bad headache. We played Skippo, and my son won. Well, he won 2, my husband won 1, and I won 0. Did I not say this the last video? I never win. And when I do, let me tell you, I do the happy dance and everybody hears about it. I put a bounce house because I worked, but I work every day, so whatever, except for Sunday. The 26th, we went to Hobby Lobby and Menards shopping for a bunch of stuff for the house, and I was bored, so I put a cone on my head at Menards. I did not buy the cone. I left it there, but I did wear it around the store for a while because that's what I do. We got some shelves for my son's room and we went to Meijer. I made cheesy potato soup for dinner, which is amazing. And why wouldn't it be? It's cream, butter, flour, cheese, bacon, and potatoes. So needless to say, I hardly ever make that, and in fact haven't made it for I think 4 or 5 years at least. And you know what? I wasn't that thrilled with it this time. It was good, but I was like, is it worth it? Yeah, probably. Fine. I like this joke. I was standing in the park wondering why frisbees got bigger as they get closer. Then it hit me. Dunk. Anywho. Family, the 27th. Here I am printing these on the wrong side of the page again. I baked some cinnamon rolls because I've been dying for them. Unfortunately, when I cook, it's unhealthy. And when I bake, well, obviously, it's unhealthy. And I'm a really good baker. I did an online baking thing for a while and then moved and gave it up. So I used to sell my baked goods because I am good at baking, which is not good. These are my cinnamon rolls before they got baked, before I put frosting on them. And then I gave some away. We ate some and I gave them to my neighbors because, oh my Lord, 3 of us do not need 12 cinnamon rolls. The parents came over. Oh no, I did this twice. That time, I made the cinnamon rolls. My sister was here and my parents came over and we had those for dessert. Another time I made them for the neighbors. We each had one and gave the rest away. We ordered pizza. They left around 6 o'clock. It was still beautiful weather here. Sorry about the shaking. The 28th was cool and gloomy. I went for a walk and collected leaves to use for my jelly plate, which I did do. I'm going to have to set up I have a setup like this, but I don't know how to use it, in my paint room so that I can show some process videos, and I will do that someday. I don't know when. I watched Lynns' Patreon videos. I called my mom, and it was a very windy day. We had leftovers for dinner. This was the day of the debate, the 29th of September. It was a joke. I fear for this country. Riots, COVID, forest fires. This country is so divided. Praying 2021 is much better. And then, before I agree to 2021, I need to see some terms and conditions. Yeah, and then I watered my plants and walked outside. The 30th, last day. This is like a puffy sticker that I got somewhere. I don't recall where. I walked and worked, did some mixed media art. This was from Holly. Do not turn the page. I don't know if you remember this book, but it says, it was the monster at the end of this book. And this was a meme on Facebook, so I printed it because I thought it was funny. Me, whenever a new month starts in 2020. You turned another page. You do not know what you are doing to me. Now stop turning pages. So I put, do not turn the page. Don't do it. And this was a washi tape that I printed, but I don't remember who. I bought it. It's a printable. I bought it online on Etsy. Don't remember whose it is. If I remember, I will let you know. And that is it until October. And I will do that flip soon. All right. These videos are so long, guys. I'm sorry that I just babble. But it's all the talking I do unless I talk to customers. So what are you going to do? I have 2 boys in my house. Who can I talk to? Anyway, if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up to help with the logarithm. I keep doing these weird word combinations. Algorithm, not logarithm. Anyway, and if you like it, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be informed that there's another Babble session coming up. Thank you so much for your time and for watching, and I will leave you with this. Do one thing every day that you love, because 2020 is hard, and we have good days and bad days. but we should do one thing every day that we love just to make it a little easier. Have a good day. Bye.